I'm Jill Chodak. I'm a clinical dietitian at the URMC Center for Community Health and Prevention, and with me today is Thad Brown from Channel 8. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to do some inside grilling today. I hear a lot about barbecues and hot dogs and what do I eat if I'm trying to eat healthy at a barbecue, and so I wanted to take that on with you because I figured you'd probably grill at home.
Huge barbecue fan, yeah. Meat, buns, ketchup, I'm in. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, and so what I've done is I actually created with Whole Foods and then also at RIT, I did they're called Knock Dogs.
Okay.
So there's a ton of meat alternatives out there, which I'm sure you've seen, and then there's also the beef ones. There's a million options. So I've picked 3 that I thought we could test out.
I like.
Okay, and we're
Let's
going to
do
make a vegan one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Again, bun, meat, sauce, totally down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's centered around carrots. That's
Okay.
our dog, Murphy, who's making the snorting.
Probably hungry too.
Yeah, he is hungry. Okay, so the most important thing that I found, because I've seen variations out here, is to actually blanch these puppies. So I just got really, you can touch one, it's okay.
Okay.
Our hands are clean. So carrots are really, really hard, and so for me, I don't know if it's the same for you, it's important the crunch for me, like with a hot dog.
I eat carrots all the time. I don't usually cook them soft like this a lot, but yeah.
Okay, so the key is to blanch it for 6 minutes. So
Okay.
I took regular carrots at the store, I cut off the ends, I made them kind of look like a hot dog.
Yeah.
Normally you can peel them, I didn't peel these, and then I blanched them in boiling water for 6 minutes-ish.
What does blanch mean?
You boil them in water so
Yeah.
that they're like, let me see if I have a fork, so that they're kind of like fork tender. So like if you poke it in here, kind of like when you're making mashed potatoes.
Gotcha, yep.
Okay, so the skin is still hard on the outside, but they're like cooked on the
Yeah,
inside.
you can feel them. They wiggle.
Okay, and so the goal now is to get them to look like a hot dog, more like a hot dog, and taste like a hot dog.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a marinade now.
Okay.
Okay, so the key to this is I use a little ginger, and so I wanted to, do you ever cook with ginger at home?
No.
Okay.
I'm like a low-level cook. Like, follow instructions, do as I'm told.
Okay.
Cook. I don't really like branch off into adventurous spices too often.
Okay.
Even my daughter does more of that than I do.
Okay, well, so you could get a ground ginger if you wanted
Okay.
to, but I find the fresh stuff is better. It just adds a lot of flavor. So this is a trick that I found. So you get this big, like, here, let me see if I have it. It's a big hand of ginger. It looks like this. It's
Yeah.
the creepy, scary. And then you cut off a piece. And I just wanted to show this. So this is like the trick, is getting off the skin because you waste it otherwise.
Okay.
And so you can scrape up the skin with a spoon.
Right.
And then you don't have to waste it. And then you would cut this up.
You have to worry about it like slicing your hand in half.
Yeah, and you just don't wait. I don't like wasting. And so
Yeah.
you just kind of go at it with a spoon, you know? Okay, so this is what you would do for the ginger. So if you want to look at the recipe, what we're going to do is ginger, soy sauce, water, honey, and some garlic and onion powder. So this is the ginger. Do you want to, so we're just going to dump it in here. So can you fill that with a 1/4 cup of water?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Like I said, following instructions is me.
That's what I thought. 1/4 cup, so it's like the least amount. And I don't really measure stuff. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like.
No, I get it. Like they say 1/4 cup, but if it's like 0.27,
Right.
Put it in there.
Yes, please. Okay, and I'm doing like a really like rough dice. Okay, can you put a 1/4 cup of this soy sauce? I got low sodium.
We're a big soy sauce family at home.
Are you?
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
good.
we put it on a lot of stuff.
So you could actually, we're doing these as like chili dogs. I made my vegan chili. I put actually soy sauce sometimes in the chili. Yeah, you can use
That'd be
it.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah, dump it in there. Okay, I've got the ginger diced. So we're just, now I did this in a bag over here,
Oh, I got you. Okay.
but like for
Yeah, I
visual-
toss a lot of things in bags.
Do
comes
you?
in, yeah, well, I mean, especially when you're trying to marinate something, you know, it's an easy way instead
so
of
much easier.
putting a giant pan in the fridge, you put it in a bag, you can like slip it
Yeah,
aside
and
a little bit.
scooch it around. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna add honey. Like I said, I don't measure, but it's, what do we got? 1 tablespoon. Okay, so we're just, this I found was really important. I left this part out before, and you need it. It actually
Okay.
helps the stuff stick to the carrots.
Gotcha.
And it's also like sweetens it up. Okay, and then we do garlic powder and onion powder. Those are our chickens.
Oh, I thought the dog was making that noise.
So
They're over here.
So I'm just gonna sprinkle it in, just
Okay.
for timing purposes. But so you get the gist.
Doesn't matter. I mean, you just like you almost do as much as you want.
As
right?
much
Yeah.
as you want. And this one actually got me, like ours might be a little bit garlicky because it has like these huge holes and I didn't know.
that's
I was
right.
like, oh my god. Okay, so there's the marinade. You can marinate these for like an hour.
Okay.
Oh my god, the chicken. Or overnight. I did ours overnight, okay? And so actually,
Awesome.
like, look at the difference though.
terms of like how much
color.
Yeah, you can see that it's been sitting in there for a while.
Yeah, and like so it kind of looks more like a hot dog, which is nice, and it also
more like a hot dog.
More like a you're like right. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grill these puppies up, and we were actually just talking about to grill outside, grill inside, and so you were kind of doing what I was doing, right?
We've been deciding this year, because we're a big grill family, that especially for hot dogs and sausage, it's so much easier to fire up the stove, put a little spray on it, and just drop them, as opposed to getting the cover off the grill, turning the grill on, cleaning the grill, making sure it's heated up, going back outside to check on it.
I know.
Then they burn occasionally. You know, you can just stand over there and watch TV at the same time.
And you're also a part of whatever's going on inside.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm heating this up. I actually used like safflower oil. You could use whatever high heat oil you want. Grapeseed oil is good.
Okay.
And Adam, this is that chili. So Thad, this is the pre-made chili. I have a recipe on the website, but so this is vegan chili. It's just onions, a bunch of spices, 3 different types of beans, and tomatoes, and that's it. And so I figure like chili dogs are awesome.
Yeah.
You could totally do cheese on top. I don't have it.
Not usually a cheese person, but
that's
whatever.
what I don't have it.
There you go.
Okay. And what I like about these dogs is that they take a lot less time to cook. So
really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check if that's hot, and then I like to get all the ginger off because it kind of burns.
Really?
Yeah. So you don't want the
little chunks
leave-ins on it. All right. And so you just cook these 1 or 2 minutes on each side because they're already blanched.
Right. So they're basically cooked-ish.
Yes. So now I have 2 other hot dogs that we're gonna try.
Okay.
One is beef, standard like beef hot dog, and then one is called a Beyond Meat dog.
Okay.
Have you ever dabbled in the veggie dog?
No, I've done veggie burgers quite a bit, but not the veggie dog.
Okay, so there's like a million options.
Mm-hmm.
And I like these because people who are trying to stay away from meat, they have a lot of variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty elusive for some folks. So this is the one that I chose. Like I said, I'm not like endorsing any one product.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I wanted to point out is, so this is made from pea protein. It's soy and gluten free for people who have allergies, but also just it's a new emerging protein. The funny thing about this, so it does have 16 grams of protein in it, plant protein, versus these beef ones that have 7.
Okay, so more protein.
But what I like to focus on, obviously, is saturated fat and fiber. So actually, these have more saturated fat because of the coconut oil than these beef ones.
Okay.
So if you're worried about your cholesterol, LDL, I don't know if you have any family history or whatever, actually a beef one is better, but what's even better than that is this one.
The carrots,
because it only has, so it only has, so it's kind of depending on your health goals and your taste preferences and stuff. That's why I thought these 3 options would be good because each has something different to offer. Okay, so we're gonna check these and see what they look like.
See, it kind of kills the whole purpose of this, from my point of view, is what's the healthiest. And you're saying that well, it depends on what you're looking for, which
absolutely
that kind of frustrates me because I just want the answer given to me. You know, I don't want to have to think for myself.
Okay, so here's the rule then. So this is a great point that you've made. Okay, so the way that you approach this is find the fiber. So what that means is that any of these dogs would be great for you, and the way that you find the fiber is by adding chili sauce.
Okay.
It has so much fiber. So 1 cup of kidney beans has 16 grams of fiber.
Okay.
And your daily fiber goal would be 30 to 38 grams per day.
Wow.
So you've almost met it.
Yeah.
So that would be the goal.
Right.
And then whichever one you like the best, eat that.
I would imagine most of us don't get close to fiber goals.
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah.
No, so for women, so mine would be 25 grams. I would want to get 8 grams of fiber per meal.
Okay.
So if you think about skipping breakfast too.
No, I'm a hardcore breakfast person.
Okay.
The other thing too is that I have a history of colon issues in my family. So fiber has become a priority health item for me.
Wow.
So my breakfast is now I'm not going to say I'm the healthiest breakfast person, but my breakfast is pretty consistently mini wheats or raisin bran. I'm a cereal guy.
Okay.
So and that's what. But I always make sure to get some fiber in that morning session.
So I love that you shared that because this is the way to go then. So if you hit a barbecue where they don't have chili sauce for your hot dog, then you find a 3-bean salad. Right. Or you find some that veggie tray that nobody touches.
I mean, to be honest, if it's there, I'm going to eat some of it. So it doesn't really matter. As long as it's there, I'm down.
Right.
But okay, no, that's good to know.
So anywhere you can find the fiber, and then this way, I talk with a lot of people because this is the thing that we talk about in the summer is, oh my gosh, I have to go here and I don't know what to eat, or they're not going to have something for me. Adding the fiber kind of takes the guilt off your plate and also makes you feel better about the choices that you're making, and it's a really, it's an addition versus a subtraction, which is really important.
Or subtraction by addition, more or less.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so look at these guys. Do you have one that you want to, that's looking good to you, that you want to like? This guy? Okay. All right, we're going to take him off. Yeah, right. I like your style. All right. I almost killed myself on our con. Watch out for that.
That's okay.
Okay. All right, so here we go.
Oh, you'll never see that con again, by the way.
We'll never sleep again. Okay, so what do we want to put on our dogs? I got ketchup. I got mustard. Let's move all this stuff out of the way.
I'm a ketchup and mustard person.
Okay, you want to decorate all the dogs with that? Because I feel like it's got to be like a standard.
This is a dark-looking ketchup. I'm not organic. Right? Is this what organic ketchup looks like? I don't even know.
Apparently, I don't know. Okay.
Am I getting decorated how I want or no?
Yeah, you gotta put it on that one.
I'm the guest, so I get my choice?
Yeah, you do. And then, but we're gonna put chili stuff on it, so.
That's fine. No, I'm a more the merrier. Put it all on.
Okay, I like both of those too. Isaac would put relish on there too.
Yeah, not. I'm okay with relish, but. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, I always do ketchup on one side and mustard on the other. That is my way.
I was wondering.
This is.
Okay, all right. So this is the carrot dog.
Okay.
All right, and we're just.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. This one. All right, this is the Beyond Meat. It's a sausage. The problem is that this one's like a sausage type of style.
Why is that a problem?
The problem is because it's to compare it, it's going to be a little bit of a different texture.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's still gonna be great. All right, and then. So this chili could stand alone. So the other option for this, so it makes a lot, is you could freeze it. You could put it on nachos. You could put it on your hot dogs. You can eat it alone. All right, which one do you want to go for first?
That one is probably the one that's not the most recent in the pot.
Yes, true. Okay. You do one and I'll do the other after you take a bite. That's how it's gonna go. And if you hate it, it's okay. You can tell me.
No, not bad.
Okay, I got the. We're gonna get messy. It's
Now,
fine. Here you go.
paper towels.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna try it too. Oh, good. Mhm.
The chili makes it.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm the kind of person where
Me too.
if you can, like, my daughter's just getting to the point now where she's okay with having stuff on her hamburger. For the longest time she grew up, we had to order hamburgers, only ketchup. There's the only thing she wanted.
Huh. Isaac's getting to cheeseburgers. Look at the inside there.
You wouldn't know it's not a hot dog, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So you hide it, and then people have no idea. Okay, you want to try that one?
Yes. So I've explained to her the other day that like I like putting lots of different stuff on foods because it makes it
Taste
more.
good.
It's better, yeah.
Mhm. So she's coming around. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so I haven't actually tried this one, the non-spicy one. This is the pea protein one.
That's pretty good too. Again, though, I mean the chili's so good.
Yeah,
You can put that on raw carrots, I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. I like this one better than that.
I'd still go sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean it's good.
I feel like I'm gonna have stuff on my face. It's fine. And then the beef one is just the beef one.
I'll tell you
Give
what.
me that action. I think the mustard makes it though. Like you gotta put the mustard on.
Oh yeah.
Like otherwise it doesn't.
Mustard
go.
with chili. It's like garbage plate, ration plate. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you could totally use this to make a garbage plate.
Wow. This is good. I'll tell you what, I like both these better than the hot dog.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, there you go. I don't know. Any
No,
questions
it
about
looked
this?
like,
and
it
thoughts?
looked like you went a pretty basic hot dog though. I might have a better hot dog choice to make it a little more of an even game. But no,
Yeah.
these are good. I mean, this is fine. I definitely eat that. It's
Okay.
tasty.
See, but you could see how you would, depending on the day, depending on your preferences, and depending on your health goals, you could go various ways with this,
Yeah.
so that you can adapt to like where you are, who you're with, and what you want.
Well, like you said, you have to have an idea of what the plan is, going into
Yeah,
something like this.
yeah. Thank you for
No
coming.
problem. Thank you for the hot dogs.
And here we go.
Hot dogs.
Yes, and so these recipes will be online. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.